For Plan Man 3D, let's talk about getting real reflections in Lumion. This is critical. So if I hop back over here into Lumion, and so there's a couple different ways to handle reflections, and this is where it's just, if you just watch the tutorials, I mean, it eliminates so many of these puzzling little things. So like that SketchUp for Professionals course I put together shows you how to build our master suite model and then put it into Lumion and render it. There's like just the whole workflow that's laid out. It will eliminate so many of these mysteries, right? So that's definitely well worth watching, totally free. But just to kind of answer quickly on reflections and how to get real reflections, one thing we do have, let's see, we've got, we'll say two main sources for reflections. All right, so one is going to be our object here. This object is on the objects library. We're going to go to lights and special objects, and then we're going to go to our utilities. And here's our reflection control. All right, so when I click here to place my reflection control, and then maybe I'm going to move it straight up a little bit. So what this reflection control is doing is if I put that outside of my building, well, any of my like generic Lumion reflections are being, they're represented with this sphere. It's taking like a picture, up, down, left, right, front, back. And then it's like warping those into like a generic reflection to apply everywhere. So if that was outside, like let me turn the sun back on like that. And see, if I were to go here and move this, like let's just move this like way down low. Oh, let me undo that. That was the wrong one. Grab this guy. And see how the floor is changing? Like it's getting different reflections when I change that. See, now you can see this reflecting here. And then like if I were to take this and move it outside, watch what happens. And so I'll put that like out there. See, now I've got the sun. So if I hit undo, and then I think I might just give it a little nudge here just to, yeah, bring it back. See, that's going to give us slightly more realistic reflections, right? So that's one way, this reflection ball. And but really the best thing to do is in photo mode. We'll go over here. Oh, let's see. Let's add another camera, and I'm gonna like just kind of go like this. Let's get like a cool shot here. Something like that. So maybe we'll see like some, I don't know if we'll see reflections or not. So we'll go here, and then I'm going to click here. We're going to go to Edit, Copy, and then I'm going to paste these effects over here. So Edit, Paste. All right. Let's see. We're not getting the reflections. I kind of thought that might be the case. Yeah, we're not getting our reflections here, but let's keep working with it, all right? So let's give real reflections. So I need to find my reflection effect, and that's going to be over here. So we've got our reflection effect, and you can see my preview quality is set to medium. I'm going to set that to high. And speed ray reflections, those are really nice. Those are like a new feature in Lumion. Well, they were new in Lumion 6, I think. But those are real nice. Those really dial up the quality. Now, I need to hit Edit, and we need to add real reflection planes. All right, so right now there's like 5 reflection planes in here that don't mean anything. Let's get rid of those. All right, we'll click on the plus sign. Now, watch what happens. See here in the left corner, like how I'm getting that reflection of that shelf. It's coming from where my sphere was located. When I click on the floor and add a real reflection, watch what happens. We'll say OK. And let me just turn the sun on. That's going to make it easier for us. Sun height. Get some sunlight coming in. See, now we have like perfect real reflections, right? But I think that this is a limitation, is that we are not going to see our candles reflected in the floor. I don't think that's going to happen. It's just, you know, one of those things about Lumion. It's built for speed. So it's not going to have like, you know, some things just don't reflect. Although maybe it will. I don't know. We're getting those lights. So anyways, let me turn off my 2-point perspective. That's bugging me. Let's see. Where's that? Depth of field. shadow, 2-point perspective. All right, so we'll get that turned off, and then that looks good enough. And then let's just render that as image 3 and just see if it dials up at all. We have our, got to remember to turn off our render photo set there. So we'll tap escape a few times to kill those. We're going to turn that off and render this as image 03. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on there, but anyways, point is, I don't know that, I'm not even sure that I'm getting a good reflection to my shelf here, but anyways, the point being that in order to get your real reflections is we do want to use the planar reflections, and you hit edit, and then anywhere you've got like a nice big piece of glass or you know, a reflective surface, you want to add a reflection plane in there. And so, you know, it's as simple as that. So now any of that stuff that's shaded blue is going to get a perfect reflection. And so like here, you know, again, we're seeing the reflection based on that reflection cube or reflection sphere. And when I click here, it dials it up. See, now that's a perfect reflection. So I'll say OK. And see, those are showing up. Those emissive materials are showing up. So I think that technically our candles should show up, but I just don't know that we're going to catch them the right way with that point of view.